Number 5. New releases.
It's hard to find spaces where the point is discovering things, and the point is being around people who like the same things as you.
If you were looking to rent the latest flicks out of Hollywood, Blockbuster was the place to go. And for anyone who couldn't make it to the theater, this was their chance to see the most popular movies of the time.
I kind of get the impression that it was this way everywhere, but I don't know if it was. But I think it was all the rated R movies. You know, I started this rent like Friday the 13th, 1 through 7.
Okay, sometimes we'd get to the store too late, only to find that the newest releases were out of stock. But in its early days, Blockbuster would often offer an IOU for a free rental, so you still got to go home with something. Plus, some big-name studios even made deals with the company, providing them earlier access to the newest releases.
I mean, look at the James Bond section. Every James Bond movie. Every Avatar movie, because, you know, there's just the one so far.
Number 4. Renting video games and consoles.
Forget jail. You'd rather be playing video games. You can rent them for $1. They've got more of the coolest Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis games for rent than anyone in the world.
Blockbuster was known for movies, but they were tops in the gaming world too. Gaming can get pretty expensive, so that's why we loved being able to rent games as a means to try them out. You know, before shelling out the big bucks to secure a copy for ourselves. Needed a console? You could rent that too.
Can't find the new PlayStation 2? Get the Blockbuster. They've got new PS2 systems and games for rent.
The stores had kiosks where you could actually play demos. They also carried games like Resident Evil that came with limited edition extras. And did you know that in the 90s, the company hosted 2 Blockbuster World Video Game Championships? Yep, they took gaming pretty seriously.
So dude, why not get your games at Blockbuster? It's the mature thing to do.
Number 3. Social experience.
There was a girl who I was attracted to who was a customer in the store, and she looked a little bit, actually no, a lot like Jamie Gertz.
At one point in time, going to Blockbuster was as common as going to the gas station. It was honestly one of the best places to be on the weekends or a Friday night. Yep, this was a hot spot for meeting up with friends, getting a movie for date night, or a family outing.
Going to the video store with like your mom or your dad or your friends, getting a video and getting a pizza and coming home.
There was always a good chance you'd run into someone you know, so hopefully you weren't renting anything embarrassing. Blockbuster was also a chance to meet fellow film buffs and discuss your favorite titles. Giving and receiving recommendations with others, even strangers, was a part of the experience.
Brittany's? Terrible picks. Erica's? No good. It's all about tack.
Number 2. Organized layout.
They're the Blockbuster Entertainment team. They buy more copies of new films for you to rent than anyone.
Retail stores can often get chaotic and messy, making the shopping experience less than pleasant. Blockbuster, on the other hand, kept their stores organized. The outer walls were dedicated to all the alphabetized new releases, while the favorites, anything that wasn't new, were in the inner aisles categorized by genre.
And I'll always never be disappointed if what I wanted was not there. And then the first thing you do is you go right to the counter and you go, hey, where's this film supposed to be turned back in, you know?
The common browsing strategy started at the new release wall, then made its way through the aisle, ending with the snack section. It was like being guided through a sea of possibilities. It was a bit overwhelming, but also exciting, as you never knew what you'd find.
And so that's how I saw the Peter Sellers Pink Panther when I was 6 years old and had little to no idea what I was watching the whole time.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Family bonding. A Blockbuster night was a family night.
My mom would pick one, and she allowed me and my sister to each pick a video, and so it always became like a bit of like a treasure hunt.
For everyone who's endured the bad seat, finally, sweet, sweet redemption. The Lexus TX. 3-row luxury that treats every seat like the best seat.
Holding hard copies. Sometimes we just need that tangible experience.
When I hold something like this in my hands, it is like going back to your childhood home and picking up like a stuffed animal.
Pre-owned movie sales. the best place to stock up on cheap DVDs.
You know it's been used.
Tangible. Delight.
The commercials, some of the most memorable ads of the 90s.
Blockbuster's America's family video store. You know, we have more kids' videos than any place else. And more movies, more nights, more fun.
Cover art, thumbnails just aren't the same.
Classic movie, heavy metal. My 9-year-old son has seen this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, browsing.
There's this peace when you walk in and you go, the world is mine. I can accomplish anything. Everything is at my fingertips. I love it. I miss it. That's crazy.
Simply put, browsing made Blockbuster a truly magical place. Walking into a world of movies is exciting in and of itself, but roaming aisles upon aisles of films felt like an adventure. This was especially true if you didn't have a particular title in mind. Heck, it was also a great way to kill time.
Of course, sometimes I just would go to a video store and walk around for a while and then just leave, like not even rent something.
Whether you were alone or with company, perusing the choices became a fun treasure hunt. You never knew if you'd stumble upon your new favorite movie, or maybe come across something you hadn't seen in ages. Knowing you could find a gem at any moment was a major thrill.
There'll always be someone out there wanting to keep that alive. Keep the fires of that wonderful, nostalgic, sentimental memory like burning.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
During this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how small the show is, because anyone can have a dream. You have what it takes to chase it. You are fighters. Your decision is a war. You are fighting.
You know, streamers often go out of their way to create dramatic spectacle for viewers, and unfortunately,
They didn't have
some of these
jalapenos. They
streamers
make
take
them,
this
I guess,
showmanship
already
a
like
little
that.
too far.
I got you the
There
meat,
have been many
though.
recorded instances of streamers behaving dangerously on camera and endangering the public in the process of doing so. And in a handful of cases, this has resulted in serious, costly legal problems for the streamers involved. Today we'll be looking at some of the highest profile cases of streamers getting arrested and detained for